It is one of the most beautiful places on the planet. It has these gorgeous quartz mountains. It's situated on the northern shore of Lake Huron, just a place shrouded in history. For Sagamok, it's that ancestral connection. There's ceremony tied there, there's ancestry buried there. If you're, say, a little more anthropological or archaeology minded, this is a known historic site, one of the few places that still has an abundance of research yet to be done. It was about the late 1960s when Ontario took possession of the lands of the Fort Lacloche and wanted to make it into another provincial park. However, when they began to dig and break ground, they found artifacts. And that triggered a whole process where they had no choice but to bring in archaeologists to verify the scope of the site and what they're looking at. From there, they began to compile all these boxes of artifacts. And it had been a long-standing question in the community: what happened to all those artifacts? Where's our stuff? Where's those things that tell our story, our connection to this place? It's hard for a lot of First Nations to find the resources and skills to handle this kind of stuff. We end up getting kind of excluded from the whole process. And I'm absolutely grateful for Alicia and Sarah taking not just their time, but their ambition to include us in on this and help us get to know our story.
Yeah, so this is the building right.
Those materials that came in, there was no catalog, there was no record in a way that us as community can understand, but archaeologists have no problem understanding. And every time that I opened up one of those boxes, it was just an overwhelming feeling because there's a whole whack of stuff, as if someone just dumped their kitchen drawer into a box and said, okay, that's it.
We're at the Ojibwe Cultural Foundation, and this is a cataloging project for a group of assemblages that are from a particular site adjacent to Sagamok, but on their traditional territory, that are very poorly documented. And so we're bringing community members from Manitoulin Island and the North Shore together to identify what's in these boxes and to catalog them. We take out the artifacts, and then the people that are working on the catalog, we help them identify artifacts. Is this a piece of metal? Is this a stone tool? And then they enter them into the catalog.
What I like about this program or this project is that it balances it. There's a lot of balance to the work that happens here. The place that it is, it's always grounded in Anishnawbek and the Anishinaabe lifeways. To include that layer that Alicia and Sarah bring with their archaeological knowledge and methodologies, I don't know, one day we'll have a whole field of Anishinaabe archaeologists, right? That'd be cool to have, I think.
I want them to feel like they've had some connection with their ancestors and have that opportunity because, how else would they normally have that opportunity? They would go to a museum, look at things behind a glass case, and be told that they're not allowed to touch them or sing to them or feast them, So really it's just about having that connection with our past and being able to have them do it in a tangible way, in a physical way, spiritual, however they want.
It's a bone of some sort.
I think the important part about this is taking a love and interest in your past, especially for Indigenous peoples. I can sum up Ojibwe history as I was taught in high school in 2 sentences, where it's they're hunter-gatherers who lived in birch bark wigwams, moving on, and that was it. The narrative has always been dictated to us: who are you, what you are, and that has always been done with a colonial angle. It was always designed to make them feel ashamed. And that was my big motivator, that these are stories that have to be told. And the Fort Lacloche is great for that, because we have so much data and narrative that comes up out of the earth here. It's really remarkable.